Hello and welcome to a new episode of Trains App, or new Rush Hour episode of Trains App, the first Rush Hour film for 2023, and you join me at Bletchley on the West Coast Mainline, where you'll be seeing services from Avanti West Coast, London Northwestern Railway, and a little bit of freight as well. Since I was last here, a fair amount of work has taken place, not necessarily to this aspect of the station, but to that part of the station. The main area is coming along rather nicely. The bridge linking the two is a third of the way there. You can probably just see just behind the stairs the central section of the footbridge that will be going on to that central bridge support just there. The flyover, that has now all been fully laid down with track and ballasted. I believe it's ballasted up for another good 3/4, if not another half a mile up from there. So they're really cracking on. There's a new station being built just up the way. East West Rail is coming along quite happily. There's a tamper that is just heading off down there from the sidings, so I suspect that has been doing a bit of tinkering up on the East-West Rail route. The Cemex plant here is in full swing. We've got there's a cement mixing lorry. You can probably just make it out there, just turning away. Looks like it's unloading its load of wet sand to go into there. It's not going to be wet cement, otherwise that'd be a wasted exercise. Because the company that operates or look after the rolling stock for the Marston Vale line have gone bust, there are currently no trains serving that line, which subsequently means all services going via Le Bedford are now being done by Le Bus. Beyond that, there's not much else to report. I might be ducking for cover under the station canopies every now and again, because it is supposed to chuck it down soon. But to kick things off will be some 350s. (246) and 104. Working a London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Crewe. There have been a couple of freight trains that are cancelled. The Felixstowe to Trafford Park 90s won't be running, as that has been cancelled. There will be a Daventry to Tilbury container train coming through shortly, running 2 hours late. And then there should be some other little bits and bobs as the evening progresses. So, with that all being said and done, let us see what shall turn up. Okay, well, to kick things off is going to be a GBRF Class 50 running from Wembley to Leicester. (50.049). Defiance. With 56.098 on the rear, and my god does she look and sound good. What a way to start. Okay, as the rain starts to arrive, the next train to make an appearance is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, running from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly. (390-132) City of Birmingham. Okay, the next train to pass through, running just under 2 hours late, is going to be a DRS 88 going from Daventry to Tilbury. Giving it the beans is 88.003. Well, that was Genesis, and she certainly wasn't hanging about. Okay, the next train to pass by, running about 23 minutes late, is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 running from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. 390, 137 going at a modest pace. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 running 15 minutes late from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. (391.22) with a bit of a racket coming from that rear bogie. Not exactly going great guns through here. So I'm wondering if there's a temporary speed restriction in place somewhere along this line. Okay, we've got two trains coming in here. The first is going to be the 1632 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Birmingham New Street. Doing about turn to find incoming the 1632 London Northwestern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. So, leading in the London-bound service will be 350-242. With 350-102 bringing up the rear. Then there'll be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Penzino passing by, running 9 minutes late from Preston to London Euston. I might have to be clever here. I thought I could be clever, but I'm not being that clever, because, wait, can I? No, I can't. I thought I'd be able to get the number looking through the window. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Yes, I could use real-time trains for that sort of information, but where would the fun be in that? Okay, my ready to depart now is going to be the 1632 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. And to you too. As also departing is a very full 1632 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street, staggeringly with only 4 cars. 353.68 on that one. Why they're running a 4-car train up to Birmingham in the peak hour is beyond me. I mean, when that thing gets to Milton Keynes, it's going to be solid again. And, excuse me, and probably when it gets to Northampton as well. To someone somewhere who was, well, the person who allocated a 4-car train to a Birmingham-bound service in the rush hour, you need to have a word with yourself. Yes. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Go into a dark room and have a chat. Yes. You've been a bit silly, haven't you? Especially as there's an 8-car set parked up in the sidings just up there. So you had a spare set going. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, the next train to disturb the peace is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pentolino running from Liverpool Lime Street to London Euston. 391.56 going at another sedate pace. And the rain's getting just that little bit heavier. Okay, well, the tamper that I saw earlier on that was running away is now coming back, and it is, I found it on real-time trains. It's doing the Bletchley flyover to Bletchley carriage sidings. LEDs flickering away like a good one. There's a 350 coming in behind me, working a service to Milton Keynes Central with 352.57 leading proceedings. Yep, that's it. Give it a bootful. Lovely. Right, I shall get her going the other way. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1640 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. The Milton Keynes service is the 1639, and this is DR 75012. 35110 coming in. With 409 on the rear. One of the former Transpennine 350s. Plenty of people on board, it's always good to see. Now 35257 is heading off with the 1639 service to Milton Keynes Central. $352.50 on the rear. That'll head off into the sidings just around the corner. Okay, now departing is going to be the 1640 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston, as the weather just gets progressively worse and worse. Then you're going to have an Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino racing through even. 39126 making an interesting noise there. I'm not entirely sure where she's off to, so I'll have to check that for the next clip. I am going to have to go and find a little bit of shelter, as the rain's getting just a wee bit heavier. Okay, we have another Avanti West Coast class 390 passing by. $390.049. The previous 390 was running from London to Manchester. Now I'm sure the next one was supposed to be London to Birmingham, but I'll double check that in case I got that wrong. It's been known to happen. Okay, the next train to pass by is another Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino. $391.52 working a service from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. The last 390 that come through was working the Birmingham to London service, so I had got it wrong first time round. I know. I shall hang my head in shame. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino running from London Euston to Preston. $390.047 with the honours for that one. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s running from London Euston to Northampton. Oh, hello. 118 there, with 119 as well. Then you had 254 and 235. The service heading towards London was running from Crewe. Okay, the next train to bless us with its appearance is going to be a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s, working the 1702 London Northwestern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. Okay, so you'll see 350 250 making its grand return. With 257. Sounding healthy. Not very many people on board, it must be said. Mind you, it's the stopping service all the way to London, so calling it, well, near enough every intermediate stop along the way, so I can see why they probably hang on till either the fast service from Birmingham to London or even pick up an Avanti service. I think that's what I would do if I could avoid taking the slow service, because this will take about, I don't know, hour and a half to get to London due to all the stops. Maybe about, maybe about an hour and a half, give or take. Okay then, about ready to depart now is going to be the 1702 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. So put a film over the window. Evidently I'm Scooby-Doo. Raggy? What was that? Not a clue. Well, it was god awful, wasn't it? I don't even think god awful covers it. Let's be brutally honest here. That was, well, the language you want to use isn't appropriate, but it was pretty bloody atrocious. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right then, here we have an Avanti 390. Oh, hello. That made me jump. So you got 154 and 039. 154 is bound for Glasgow Central. I haven't the faintest idea where you came from. I shall have to find out. Okay, the next train to make an appearance. Wow, try again. The next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1702 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston, well done, to Birmingham New Street via Northampton, worked by a pair of Class 350s. The southbound 390 was from Manchester. The northbound 390 was also bound for Manchester. There was a path for a pairing of 221 Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers to go to Glasgow, but that was never activated. Here we have 35113 leading proceedings. Wait a minute. Really? Is that a... That's an overshoot, surely, because I don't think 8 cars stop that far up. Oh, I don't know. Mind you, it might not be. Just shut up, you clearly know nothing. Well, you know, this is hardly news, let's be honest here. Okay, there's another Avanti West Coast 390 about to pass by. This is running a service from Glasgow to London. Haven't got a clue about the numbers. Yes, I could look on real-time trains. No, I'm not going to. Right, here goes the late-running 1702 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. On the rear is 350 372. Oh, okay, so we've got 8 and 12 car trains stop at the same spot. Do you know, yeah. You know why I thought that? Because you had the 4 car stop a bit further down, and traditionally all the all the trains that run at this time of the day are either 8 or 12 cars. That's what's done it. You're still an idiot, but at least you've cleared up that particular element of confusion. Do you want to put your teeth back in? Yep. Do you need a stiff drink at the same time? Yep, I think I do. If anybody has any lager doing the rounds, or any form of ale, or a wine of some description, chuck it my way. I think I need it. Okay, I could hear this from a mile off. It'll be a pairing of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers working a service from Chester to London Euston. .108's leading and 118 on the rear. Then we have incoming the 1709 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central. Quick look behind me. Yep, behind me will be the 1710 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston, running fast from Leighton Buzzard to Watford and then ultimately London Euston. So, leading this is going to be 350-121. I'll get the rear when she departs. Leading the London-bound service will be 350-105. In fact, it's just, wow, really? Really? Blimey, okay, there's the thing. Well, there we are then. You're running a peak time train from Birmingham to London with 4 cars. I'm staggered. Absolutely staggered. Okay, then about ready to depart is going to be the 1709 London Northwestern Railway service to Milton Keynes Central. Hardly anybody on board. .237 brings up the rear. I can count the number of passengers in 237 on about, I don't know, 2 hands. You've got maybe 6 or 7 in there at most. Here we have 390-118 adding a splash of colour as she races through with a service from Preston to London Euston. As 350-105 is now departing with the 1710 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. Again, after what seems like an eternity, we finally have our next freight train rolling through. It'll be the trio of Royal Mail 325s doing the mail train from Willesden to Warrington. So, chasing the yellows will be 325-015. Then you've got 325-004 in the middle, with 325-008 bringing up the rear. 004 has got a lot of flat wheels on that set. Okay, the next train to give it a bootful is going to be another Avanti West Coast class 390 Pennsylino running from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. .390-020. Do an about turn to find, giving it some real gusto, a GBRF 66 running from Birch Coppice to London Gateway, and it looks to be fully loaded. And she's really not hanging about here. 66-731. Here's the wind! And we also had racing through a pairing of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s running up to Crewe. And the rain's getting heavier once again. Joyful. Okay then, coming along the flyover should be a pairing of 66s top and tailing. So this should be running empty to Crewe Bass Hall now. So you got 66.565 leading. There's a slow 390 about to pass through. Now ordinarily this train would have auto ballasters, so I'm quite surprised it's got just standard open wagons. I do love the sound of a 390 wailing. So we've got some Network Rail wagons. Oh my god, you're really having a struggle. You're having a struggle, yes, saying the word wagon. Clearly. So we had some J&As on there. They are the Network Rail wagons. Then you got an MLA in the old EWS colour scheme. Then you've got the J&As again. You can actually see a better view of the bridge structure as well. You're back onto the MLA wagon again, courtesy of EWS. Interesting, there's a message on there saying sleepers only. And there was a message on the... I think they're using the brakes. And they've got DB wagons there as well. And then you've got 66.604 dead on the rear. But yeah, there was a message on the front wagon of that consist saying, keep empty. Makes me wonder that when this route does get fully opened, if there will be various freight trains using it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And that message for me to stand, well, that is for people to stand behind the yellow line, i.e. me, is for that 350 just turning up that's probably going to head back into the sidings at some venture. Okay, here goes 390-119 slowly working her way through. If I'm not mistaken, she'll be working a service to Manchester Piccadilly. You're not going to lose that in a car park, are you? Okay then, the next train to pass by is going to be an Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyager, or a pair of them, yep, running from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. .112 leading and 116 brings up the rear. And that noise you can hear is 406 with the clear signal to head back off into the sidings. As you can see the spray coming off the Voyagers. Okay, the next 390 to slowly work our way through is 390-006. Rethink mental illness. Now, as far as I can work out, that's supposed to be going to Liverpool. Because from looking at on real-time trains, everything seems to have just gone into a complete muddle. 119 was definitely to Manchester, and then the next northbound service was Liverpool. But that's not due through till 1733, and it is currently 1727. So I can't see how it's made up a buttload of time, given the fact that it's chasing yellows, but I don't know. I'll just have to double check, and then hopefully that is what it was. Because it can't be anything else, because nothing else due through. Right, well, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1732 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston from Milton Keynes Central, doing all the intermediate stops. The 39119 was running very late to Birmingham, which then subsequently had a knock-on effect for the Manchester train, which was the last one to go through. And as you can see by the puddles, it's rather torrential rain at the moment. Right, 237 leading the way. Yeah, with 121 on the rear. I really do pick the days to go out, don't I? Oh dear. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Okay then, there goes the thing about this one. 1732 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. I'm trying to think out where the best places are going to be for me to stand for the rest of the film. I think realistically, probably here. I could go there, but I think I might get stuffed with some of the numbers. So if I stay here, I probably have a better chance. Okay, coming in now is the 1732 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Birmingham New Street, 350-238 leading the proceedings. Then you're going to have a Liverpool to London bound Avanti West Coast service worked by one of their 390 Pendolinos. Loads of people on this train. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get the number for the 390. Absolutely no chance, but this should be able to, you'll be able to have a view of it heading south. Nice rooster tail coming off the pantograph. And to you. Oh, okay then, now departing is the 1732 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. Former Transpennine 350-407 brings up the rear. Oh, hello. Triple 1 and 103 thundering through there with Avanti West Coast service bound for, I'm gonna say, Holyhead via Chester, but I will double check that. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyager going from London Euston to Blackpool North. The previous 221 Super Voyagers were actually going to Glasgow. Two to 1113 with the slow honours for that one. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1740 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. Leading the way will be 350-123. I shall get the rear when she departs. And again, plenty of people on board. Well, plenty of people in the first carriage anyway. Okay, the next freight train to pass through is going to be a Freightliner 66 going from London Gateway to Garston. Very, very powerful front LEDs. It is 66,419. Excuse me. Certainly not hanging about, that's for sure. As there goes the 1740 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. There's not as much freight running tonight as there normally is for some reason. On the rear is 350-262. .262's got a nice flat wheel in that consist. Okay. There goes 390-153, complete with Rooster's Hill from the pantograph there, with plenty of spray, working an Avanti West Coast service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. Oh, good. Oh, the London Gateway to Garston, I would have been able to have caught at the top end, but it was running about 20 minutes late. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1741 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central, worked by a pair of Class 319s. Leading the way is 319-219. Right, I will get the rear when she departs. Okay, and the 319s are now departing with the service to Milton Keynes Central. On the rear is 319-429. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers bound for Holyhead. .102 and 105 working that. Then you're going to have an Avanti West Coast Class 390 steaming through. Then we've got a couple of 66s coming through. Right, okay. Well, there goes 390-104. This is going from Felixstowe to Lawley Street. This is 66,416. Then we're going to have Freightliner 66,574. Now I believe that's going from Ditton O'Connor to Felixstowe, but I'll double check that one. They were both giving it the boot. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a 390. .124 working an Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. The previous 390 was running from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston, and the Freightliner heading to Felixstowe was indeed going from Ditton O'Connor. Okay, the next freight train to pass by is going to be GBRF Class 66, giving it the beans, from Trafford Park Euro Terminal to Felixstowe North. So then, putting the hammer down is going to be 66,745. Not fully loaded, but certainly enough to cause a fair amount of wind. And knock that man's bike over. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390. (390-137) with a nice amount of spray coming off the pantograph, running 8 minutes late from London Euston to Birmingham New Street. And you might be able to see it, but the empty ballast train is still sat up on the embankment up there, waiting for its eventual green run to Bass Hall. Not entirely sure when it's actually going to be let out. Okay, the next train to pass through, running 18 minutes late, is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, running from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly. 390-001. Be together. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1801 London Northwestern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston, worked by our two Class 319s. I do like them, they've got a character to them. Much like the 321s. It's a real shame that they'll be stopping service with Greater Anglia soon. Real shame. So, 429 gets the honours of hauling the set now. With 219 now on the rear. And not many people on board. In fact, hardly any is the best way to describe that one. Okay, now departing is the 1601 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. The chap with the bike has left his helmet behind. I don't think they're going to stop a train just so someone can retrieve a helmet. Ooh. There we go. Right, the next train to pass by is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, running from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. (390-010). And of course it's only just dawned on me as to why the Manchester to London 390s are running so slow through here. It's because they're accelerating from a stop at Milton Keynes. Because they've altered their timetable. Took me a while, but finally got there. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1810 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston from Birmingham New Street. The empty ballast train is now on its way. So we've got 3/4 of a door going on here. There'll also be some voyages going through with a service from Holyhead to London Euston. 350-126 is leading this. Well, that's the voyagers storming their way through. There'll also be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino coming through, working a service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. There she goes. Yeah, run, Chief. I don't know why you decided to stand up there, but there we go. Okay, we've got some 350s coming out of the sidings into platform 5. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to be doing, but it's 2, 5, 4 and 2, 3, 5 coming in. As the 1810 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston is now departing. It's quite striking, isn't it? Not going to misplace that anytime soon. Okay, the next train to arrive, coming in just under 10 minutes late, is going to be the 1802 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street. Sorry, no, try again. From London Euston to Birmingham New Street. We're also going to have an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino passing by, going from London Euston to Lancaster.
1802 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham.
39152 with the honours for that one. I'll get the numbers of these 350s when they depart. And to you. Okay then, about ready to depart, about 11 to 12 minutes late now, is going to be the 1802 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street, as we're then going to have an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino passing through with a service. Okay, with a service 267 on this one, with a service from Manchester to London, and 352.48 on the rear of this. Oh, hello. We're also then going to have 391.56 howling her way north with a service to Liverpool Lime Street. Okay, the next freight train to pass by is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 going from Trafford Park Euro Terminal to London Gateway. This looks like it might be one of the Maritime 66s. Yes, it is. It's one of the Maritime 66s. Clagging away beautifully, it must be said. 66142. Maritime Intermodal 3. Very nice indeed. Right, well, our pairing of 350s is now heading back. Okay, the next range of bucket appearance is going to be the 1810 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central, with 350 251 leading proceedings. Then I think we should have another pairing of 350s racing through bound for Crewe, but I won't be able, well, you might be able to see, you might not be able to see. Oh, actually, I wonder. That might be the Northampton service. Ah, when it started raining again. Yuck. Right, here we go. Look through the window. There we go. Now, I think that might actually be the Northampton train. I'll double check that. I'll also keep a weather eye out. See what I did there? In case this rain gets any heavier. As it stands, it's just drizzling, so I can stand out here, but if it gets any heavier, I'll have to duck for cover again. It's been a rather repetitive process this evening. Okay, then, now departing is the 1810 London Northwestern Railway service to Milton Keynes Central. So we've got 251 and 249. Okay, the next train to pass through is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pennsylino, running 20 minutes late from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly. The 350s that were going north were actually bound for Crewe. Penny the Pennsylino 390 122. Okay, our final two trains of the day are going to be a slow-moving 66 and a slow-moving 390. The 390 will be working a service from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly, courtesy of 390-049. And then our final train of the day is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66, hauling the car train from Dagenham to Moss End. Fairly lengthy car train as well. 66088. Choose any make and model you like. Well, as she continues to rattle herself northwards, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed what you see today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do get back to them as and when I get the opportunity to. It's not quite 7 o'clock yet. It's only just gone 6:15, but there isn't going to be much more in the way of freight, and the weather's only due to get a little bit worse, so I'm going to call it a day there, as we have another 390 heading south. It's never my last train of the day, is it? When has it ever been? City of Carlisle 390-134. But yes, thoroughly enjoyed my time here, despite the atrocious weather conditions. But that's what you get for living in England. Really bad weather. My next rush hour film is going to be from Leighton Buzzard, just down the line from here. I always love going to Leighton Buzzard. It's my hometown. I always have such fond memories of that place. So that'll be my next rush hour film. After that, not too sure. I shall see what takes my fancy. But if you have any suggestions for a rush hour location, please do let me know. The only criteria is that it has to realistically be within an hour to an hour and a quarter, either train journey or driving distance from Milton Keynes. Anything further than that, then it becomes a rather wasted exercise. But until next time, from me here at Bletchley on the West Coast Mainline, I shall see you all later. Take care, guys. Goodbye.